you clumsily drop your phone on the floor and pick it up to realize you cracked your screen. But don't you worry, I'm going to teach you how to fix it quickly and easily all by yourself. Alright, so you're going to need a couple tools. You'll need your replacement LCD digitizer display, a couple plastic pry tools, the 00 Phillips head screwdriver, a pentalobe screwdriver, and a suction cup wouldn't hurt to help you lift that screen up. Alright, first step, using your pentalobe screwdriver, take out the 2 pentalobe screws right beside the lightning connector on the bottom of the phone. Then use the suction cup as close to the home button as possible to help you pull up the face of the phone so you can get your pry tool underneath the bottom. And once you do that, slide it around the bottom and the sides using a slight twisting motion, but don't fully take it off just yet. So grab the display right by the home button on the sides, lift it up just like it was a door, remove the 3 screws on this metal plate here, and then pry that plate right off with your pry tool and disconnect the 3 cables underneath. Now on the old display, we have to take off the camera and speaker assembly. We also are going to need to detach the home button, and we also need to take off this metal back plate to attach to the new display assembly. For the home button, take out these 2 screws. Be very careful not to rip that ribbon cable with the connections there, and then lift that away. We will also need to pop out the actual home button. Very easy, just put your finger on the back side and pop it through. Now the camera assembly. Take out these 2 screws, remove the metal bracket and the magnet for the speaker, and then using your pry tool, you want to very carefully lift up on the cable cluster to remove the adhesive and then lift that away. Now for the back plate, you're going to remove 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 screws, and that back plate will just lift right off. Now we're ready to move on to the new display. So the new display assembly has this little transparent film. Go ahead and peel that off. And we're just going to basically start working backwards. So let's go ahead and put our back plate right back in place. Put the screws back in. And then we'll put back in the camera cluster with the speaker and proximity sensor cabling. It's pretty easy, just line up the lens and make sure everything fits in there just nice. And set everything with your pry tool to help you get it down. And as for the little black box, the 2 springs should line up with the 2 gold contacts on the camera cluster. Get that seated in there nicely. Press firmly to make sure it's all set. We're going to go ahead then and replace the metal bracket. And take your 2 screws, screw them back in. And next we'll move on to the home button. The button should still have a fair amount of adhesive. Just go ahead and pop that back in place. And we'll take the cable and using the 2 screws, we'll reattach that to the display assembly. Now use your pry tool to press down on the 2 gold contacts to make sure it has the proper positioning. And we've done it! We've fixed our LCD display. Let's get it back together. Make very sure your cable pattern looks exactly like this, or else it's just not going to go back together. So go ahead and position your display so you can attach these cables, and one by one press them back into place. You'll hear a little click when they're seated properly. And don't ever force anything when you're dealing with electronics. You can very easily break it. These components are very fragile. So let's go ahead and replace the metal bracket with our 2 screws. There's 3 screws actually, this one's missing one. Someone was in here before me. And kind of like the back door on a remote control for the batteries, you need to slide the top end in first, and then from the top down, slide your fingers along the sides and press down firmly, and everything should line up. And replace your 2 pentalobe screws on the bottom, and that's pretty much it. You just fixed your very own iPhone 5 screen. So guys, if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Links for the tools used to fix the iPhone 5 can be found in the description below. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.